How are you all doing? This is Mark Bromley, the artist and author of the Yoranthium book series. Right now I'm going to show you my website. This is yoranthiumbromley.com. This is where you can go to see the books that I have available, and you can see some video links by going to the video page over here and seeing the videos that actually come up, and they take some time to pop up, I guess. And you can see all the videos, and you can see the creation of the CL's video that I did a lot of this artwork for, and you can go through and see a lot of that. And over here on the home page, you can go down to, I prefer this one. This is the best one that came out because it allowed me to use the PDF format to actually represent the book as it's supposed to appear. I don't like the Nook or the Kindle because they were sloppy and messy and they were just awful. So yeah, I don't recommend those. You can go to Patreon and actually donate to my cause here, or you can donate to a poor self-publishing artist if you just want to donate to my PayPal straight up. Right here is the Google Play library right there, and you can go here to see that this is Lost Hope, the one that you can buy. It's priced at $10. It's a good price there. And as you go in here, you can see the cover for the ebook, and this is the read. You can actually see the preview. In my preview, because I'm logged in, I can actually see the whole entire book, but you can see the start of where it actually goes. Here's the dedication page for the person I love, and that's just me being a little mushy at the beginning of the book. And then you can see all the chapters. There's like 479 pages, I believe, in this whole entire book. And yeah, this format allowed me to actually show you what the book is supposed to look like when it finally does get printed. And there's over 479 pages if you go through there, and it's all beautifully done and put together. So help me out with that. Do get my book and check that out. Now, I think what I wanted to show you was the one of the conditions that I have to run into when I'm trying to create my books. A lot of people are I tell you, I'm surrounded by people that are not very brilliant about this or not very understanding of what Bowker is and what the ISBNs are and what the process is to go through that. Like I tell you, I have three books. If I'm going to do an ebook, a hardback, and a paperback for each book, that's 9 ISBNs right there. I have the also the creation of the Sea Elves picture book. That one is the 10th ISBN if I actually decide to publish that one as a picture book. If I do a paperback and hardback, then that's 11 ISBNs, right? That's 11. So basically just my series, my beginning four books, and then there's the Whittle book I've been working on. It's a book that I made when I was a kid. It's called Whittle. He has a head that's shaped like a whistle, and he goes on an undersea adventure, and he's looking for the queen tuna. Anyways, it's a nice story. It's a good story. I know it sounds a little funny, uh, but there he is, and the undersea adventure from a fifth grader. Of course, I got that idea about the wet whistle from a fifth grade course on on puberty of all things. So you got to be careful who talks to your children, even in our public schools, because sometimes they give them the wrong idea or the wrong jokes, and a child's mind turns it into something totally different, like an undersea adventure looking for the queen tuna. And it's just a hilarious little book. And I decided to rewrite that one so it actually makes more sense to people, and it gets a little emotional. There's some feels in it. You'll like it. It's enjoyable. And anyways, I'm talking about this Bowker identifiers. Apparently, someone was being funny, and they thought if they gave me $125, I could get my book published with one ISBN. That's $125. Wow, that's outrageous just for one ISBN. That's insane. Only an idiot could actually think that that's what an artist needs. Now, you're looking at like maybe 10 ISBNs. Okay, that's $29.50 per ISBN. That's a lot for ISBNs. And you're still no closer to your goals because you don't only need an ISBN, you also need a barcode. and barcodes also cost. And going through Bowker, barcodes, ISBNs, it can get a little costly, a little pricey. So what was I looking at? Now, I guess what I really need is 100 ISBNs. That'll actually get my book series started. That'll actually cover all 3 books, 4 books, 5 books, and cover the 5 books I'm making, and then plus any other books that latch onto this, because I'm actually going to probably end up having to create a political book very soon. And this is 100 ISBNs is $5.75 per ISBN. Okay, but there's 1,000 ISBNs. Now 1,000 ISBNs is $1.50 an ISBN. So there's a big, wide variety change here through this whole thing. So I thought it was really weird that people that wanted to help me out thought that giving me $125 was helping. It's not helping. It's only hurting because that's a lot of waste for just one ISBN. And then I still have to produce the books, and I still have to actually have them all published. Ideally, what do I really need? About $10,000 uh, to actually create the first production of books. That's pretty much what it is. Especially if I wanted to go through my own techniques, using my own printing system, because I would have preferred to actually acquire the printing tools to do my own. I was thinking more traditional means because I can actually do bookbinding on my own and do all that kind of stuff right there, and it would have been made a lot more sense to go that direction. Because see, this is this over here on the side here. You can see the ISBN and the barcode. That's what they're looking for on the back of these books because apparently libraries want that, the population wants that, the bookstores want that, and that's how they're going to actually do their ordering. I mean, I can do it through, I guess the first book, I was thinking of doing that through the print to order process. Maybe that would help a little bit to get the book started, but the prices are a little high to do it that way because of the work hours, the equipment, the people involved, and how it has to be produced. Becomes a little bit complicated, but I've seen some nightmares because they don't put these books in presses, so they don't ensure their uniformity. The pages get a little bit warped because they're not pressed, so they're left to kind of ripple because they're not pressed through even like Amazon and Ingram Spark and things like that. And Ingram Spark became a little bit more expensive because they expect a cell phone in order to log into them. And I don't really use cell phones because when I was with Homeland Security, they actually tracked my cell phone. They were monitoring everything I do. They were even getting information from my ISP illegally. They weren't supposed to be doing any of that, but government shows up, throws some money around, and you just and they just cave. They just give in to the money. They just take the money, such as Colorado Communist Media. You can buy them. Basically, if you got the money to buy the newspapers, they'll write whatever you want them to write because you're paying them. So yeah, that's what they do. And they've already written 2 articles on me because I ran against the Democrat candidates. They're merged group Soros-backed candidates. Soros doesn't like people interfering with his plots and his schemes of world conquest and tyranny by the globalists and the WEF and the children of the Nazis taking over the world. So they got all upset and created 2 false articles. Had Marianne Goodland and Jane Reuters write false stories about me, all because they want to be disgusted because I questioned a couple of pretend homeschoolers who did not have the qualifications to teach at home. And I don't think they even had an actual home program in place. I found out that there were people that did have homeschool programs, but it's like going to a public school. It's just more of a different kind of school. But one of the most important things about homeschooling is that here in the state of Colorado, they do require that you have the means to educate your own children. If not, I had involvement with having to learn how to deal with cults. Like in Japan, they had the Asahara cult that did that subway bombing with sarin gas. What was it, sarin gas? Well, Anyways, they had some chemical gas on there, and I had to be aware of that. And you know that Asahara group actually did do a lot of its own homeschooling to keep that their kids loyal to Asahara's cult. And so that was one of those questions about that. And apparently they wanted to get all upset because, yeah, there was some cults. There are cults here in Colorado that are attached directly to claiming that they're doing homeschooling, but they're actually teaching a cult to preserve, I guess, what they think their religion is, brainwashing people. And I thought, well, okay, that's ridiculous. I'm a homeschooler myself. As long as you are able to actually homeschool and actually educate, and you're actually learning math, reading, science, and you're able to teach that, sure, you can do your homeschooling. But if you're going to sit there and try to keep it all in the cult, all in as a small business where you're actually using child slave labor, that's what your children are, is child slave labor, then that's not homeschooling. That's abuse. That's neglect. And there's a big issue of that happening here in Colorado. I mean, the organization itself that was supposed to protect children from being abused or exploited was holding functions with alcohol, saying that the donors won't donate unless you get them drunk. And I was sitting there saying, you know, child abuse starts through alcoholism. So how can you say that you're an advocate to prevent child abuse, but yet all your donors are alcoholics? You have raging alcoholics as donors and elected officials. Raging alcoholics. Those are abusers. Raging alcoholics are all abusers. They're cruel people. You cannot be helping abused children if you're serving them alcohol because you're contributing to that factor. Kind of shows you that money's going in the wrong direction. And it is, because a lot of these people, they wanted me to go to the banks, get loans for my book series, because they wanted to give me some kind of ridiculous loan with ridiculous work expectations attached to that loan, which was basically the function of slavery because their whole expectations, so I default on that loan so they can make a killing on the defaulted loan. And that's the idea that they have in these banks. I'm not going to go to no bank and borrow money for this kind of stuff. That's ridiculous. So I'm just trying to raise it through my ebook, which you guys seen on Google Play. And you know, that's Yoranthium right here on Google Play. You just go there, you get my book, and you read it, you enjoy it, and you help me out. I decided on Google Play because they actually pay me. Amazon didn't. Amazon played games. They hid my book sales. I can't even tell if I sold any books. They paid me, but I can't find the records for it. I know that those books were sold. I know how many were through my own calculations and my own ways of knowing what books I was selling. But Amazon was being dishonest. They're selling books out there without my knowledge, just so they can profit the whole entire thing. And that's what they're doing because they know I can't see what's going on through their website. They know I can't see the actual sales. They know that. So they've been ripping me off. Google Play could probably do the same thing, but they haven't yet, not to my knowledge. And apparently I tested it out. It seems to work. So Google Play is it. So go through Google Play. I don't know what's going on with Barnes and Noble. I haven't seen anything through Barnes and Noble. Maybe they don't do ebooks at all. Uh, but here I am on Google Play, and this is a good book. So go there, do that one. As you can see, it comes out very nicely. You can keep moving through the pages. It looks beautiful. Yep. Each page is pretty awesome. And I know I just gave you about 31 pages there. I was trying to get to the next chapter. There it is. Chapter 3. Okay, so you've been seeing chapter 2. This is chapter 3. No big deal. You can see that anywhere else. Chapter 3, Dreams Become Manifest by Mark B. Bromley. It's all in a nice little Gothic style right there that I altered. I changed that a lot from the original so it could actually look prettier and nicer. So there's the whole entire thing. And that was a lot of effort to actually uh, touch up and remaster every single letter individually for that particular font. And as we go down, we can see a beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful book, and it goes through several chapters that you can read them and enjoy them all. So hopefully you do that. You go and get my books there. But you know that I just wanted to make this video real quick just to show you what I'm going through, what my thought process currently actually is. And when I got to Bowker, yeah, apparently some people were looking at that and they bought one of my items thinking if they gave me $125, I can get this one ISBN. And it's that's the kind of people that I unfortunately have to that I'm around. They don't see the truth. They don't see the reality of what the actual project entails. So they never really give me the money that I need in order to do it. Now, this is why I'm selling my artwork. This is why I'm trying to sell my books through my website. This is why I have t-shirts. And if you go to my website, I got 4 t-shirts up there right now. Here's 4 of my t-shirts. Swim with the Sea Elves, ECG, Elven Chorionic Gondotropin. That's book 2. That's a little fetus with a blastocyst and DNA and a little heart for love nature, love life. And a t-shirt, Mother Shaman, Step Dweller, Yoranthium. This is actually a comical shirt. It's meant for conventions. So it's like, wow, I'm here with your mom. just to just to be funny. And because this is the shaman of the depth dwellers. They have their eggs on the back, like most frogs. A bunch of eggs in a basket right there. A little shaman with a little lightning thing, because they're really big creatures. Like about the height of 3 humans, so about 18 feet, maybe about that size, and they're pretty big. And it's just a cute picture of a shirt there. And then there's the Hands on the World baby. This is like the 2 characters, the 2 babies that we get introduced in book 2. That's she and that's Gentru, and a little heart, and they share a common bond. And the world is their womb, like Earth is our womb, humanity's womb, and they are well loved, but with the 2 hands on top of them. A painted belly of a world of Isramot, and that is the world of Isramot that I created in a 3D Blender render. And yeah, you can get those. You can order those shirts if you like them, and they should take you to a PayPal site, and you should be able to get them through the PayPal. And if you have any problems, just send me an email. I put my information right down there on these videos so you can know about that, and that's how you go about that. That's how you create Yoranthium, Lost Hope, and you go through and get these books. Now, like I said, I mean, to really truly publish this whole entire thing efficiently and effectively, I need 1,000 ISBNs. Well, you can see it's $1,500 or $1.50 per ISBN. That is the smart way to do it, right? But I'll settle for the 10 SBNs at first. I guess for the first 3 books, I should be able to recap $300 off of the first 3 book sales at the prices I have to make them in order to sell the hardbacks, the softbacks, and the ebooks. So that makes complete sense. So okay, I can actually do that through the 10 ISBNs, but you know, the 1 ISBN, that would be a total loss. That would be a crushing blow to any book being produced if you had to do it with 1 ISBN. That would just be impossible. Now, ideally, the 1,000 ISBNs are perfect because I actually write and create a lot of stuff, and apparently the city of Northglen, the government here in Colorado, Northglen, Colorado, Adams County, Northglen, North Korea, Colorado, has stolen my I Heart N Northglen logo that I was using for my mayor campaign. They stole it to mock me, make fun of me, and harass me during the last election. And you know who did it? Nura did it. Nura created handbags using that kind of imagery. Of course, they took out my heart, they took out my N, and they imposed their vomit colored N and their vomit colored heart. And, you know, I call their N the vomit N of Northglen. And anyways, they did get that idea from my idea, and they got it from my website because Becky Brown, and you can see her on city council trying to call me a liar, trying to call me names and trying to lie about me because that's what she does. She just lies about people all the time, and that's what she was doing. She was using that city council to benefit herself for the 8 years that she was on that council. And she freaks out and gets all angry and mad at me and stuff. And she was on the NURA board. And another council member, he informed me that something was going on because he's trying to buy the coffee cup off of my political website where I was selling coffee mugs with the I Heart N North Glen logo. And he wanted to get that coffee cup. And but all you had to do is just click on the PayPal thing to make the order. I had no problem operating it. He said he had a problem operating it. I don't know exactly what's going on. It works for me, but it didn't work for him. I don't know. Is he using a different type of computer? I don't know what's going on here. But anyways, I'm gonna try to figure that out a little bit later and stuff because I have new jackets coming out and things like that. And you can see exactly how this publishing industry goes. So yeah, I'm able to live with the 10 ISBNs. Preferably the 100 ISBNs or 1,000 ISBNs is really what my goal actually is right there, because that would really help me. But that's a large sum of cash, and I do need the barcodes. And barcode prices themselves can get a little pricey as well. And as you can see, one ISBN, one barcode, 10 ISBNs, one barcode. How does that work? How do you end up with just one barcode? I guess if you get one uniform cost across all your books, I guess you can use one barcode. But it seems to me that you probably need more than one barcode. Now, I like this idea with the 10 ISBNs and the 5 barcodes and the 1 QR plus code. Uh, that's interesting, the 1 QR plus code and all this and that. But I think you can generate your own free QR codes if you needed to. And you can slap that on your books to get to your website to bring traffic your way. That's probably more sensible. But uh, as you can see, $395. I guess that's the price they want for 10 ISBNs and 5 barcodes, which would be okay because then you can actually do that for what, a ebook, a paperback, and a hardback. And then you all have a barcode for all that stuff, and then they can do that. And then you still have 2 left over, so that'll actually turn around to 2 more. But you can see there's some costs associated here with the number of books that you make and the number of materials that you're going to have to actually copyright and actually secure, because I have to sue the city of Northglenn now for copyright infringement. And I've established a timeline where I actually created the artwork and introduced it before the city of Northglenn did. So City of Northglenn can't argue that anymore because they were unable to provide the evidence and proof that I was going to need and require for them to actually not be subject to a copyright claim violation. And I'm going to have to sue the City of Northglenn for copyright because the city manager wants to be a dick about it. So there it is, and that's the way it is. And some of those people that I've been getting as cyberbullying on my Facebook, on my Yoranthium websites, some of the chat pages that I've had, some of the emails I've received, oh, I've received quite a bit, are all attached to people. Some of them are actually on the city council in Northglenn, city council members, people elected, cyberbullying me over my work, over my Yoranthium book series, over my artwork. They've stolen my artwork. They were actually working with Nura, the one who actually, that I believe actually was the one that was the culprit behind the engineering of stealing my art ideas with the city of Northglenn, was actually on Nura. And Nura is supposed to be helping local businesses in Blight. My business is currently in Blight, and they just attacked me, just like that. And anyways, if they paid me what they owe me now because of my work, I can at least get this 100 ISBNs. So yeah, they'd be helping somebody out. Nura, by stealing my stuff, Nura could have the city of Northglenn pay me my fee for designing the I Heart N logo, which wasn't too much. I'm not being greedy, but it's enough for me to get the 100 ISBNs and the barcodes and the necessary things that I need to get done to actually put it into print to order. And that way the libraries can actually have it over at anything and stuff like that. They would actually help out a small publishing business. But you know what? The Democrats helping out a small publishing business such as mine, because I ran against their candidates, they're not going to do it. They've already declared war on over half of America. If you're suffering, if you're in poverty, if you're homeless in the United States, it's because of the Democrats. They don't want to they don't want to help you. They want to hurt you. And I'm going to say that, if the Democrats don't change their tune very soon, then that movie, the Civil War in the United States, isn't just going to be a movie. It's going to be a reality. And they're not going to like what happens next. So they need to chill. Stop stealing from artists. Pay us what you owe us, and we'll all be happy. Sound as a pound. Help out the businesses like you're supposed to. You said that that's what your neuro's supposed to do, but instead, Becky Brown turned it into a criminal activity, stealing from your local artists. Just because I'm running against candidates on the city council, just because I'm running against you Democrats. You've weaponized politics to the point that you guys are just a hate group now. Stop doing that. Now you've seen the truth of why is it taking so long to print 3 books? And why am I only sticking with 1 book? And why is the first book that I made engineered not to be the entire story? Yeah, I was going to give you the whole entire story. Becky Brown said she was going to steal my work. She was going to plagiarize what I wrote and just steal it. She was going to plagiarize the whole thing, which would be foolish because once I establish the copyright, I've already established a confirmed timeline when I published. And you can see that right on the front page of my book. Right here. If there's a copyright, and when did I upload the first editions onto ebook? It's been established. The copyright's been established. You can change every single made up word I created in this Yoranthium book series and try to rewrite my whole entire story, but if it looks like my story, I'm going to win the copyright because I've already established evidence that I'm the creator. And that's how insane the Democrats here in North Korea, Colorado have become. Anyways, I just wanted to come in here just to show you exactly what the pricing's like for an author, the author of the Yoranthium book series, me, Mark Bromley. I do hope that you like my work, that you understand what I'm trying to do, and if you can buy my books and push back against the evils of bad government, the North Korea of North Glen, Colorado, here in the USA, the communists, the socialists, if you want to push back against them, support my book, buy my book series, help me out, understand what I'm doing. And even if you don't like fantasy or fiction, hey, it's just $10. I bet people on the side of the road stop and give homeless people a lot more money than that. I'm actually giving you a product, something you can read, something you can enjoy, something you might get a couple of chuckles out of. But hey, help out an American business. Come on, Yoranthium book series, author and artist Mark Bromley, here in the North Korea of North Glen, Colorado. Give me a more positive outlook. Give me a more positive future. Give me some restorative justice that people were talking about. Help me out. Thank you. You all have a great day.